Hi, Saint Riot, and pay attention real quick. This is going to come at you fast, alright? I had an invasion. It was absolutely awful, funny, awful bad, awful good. And I said, man, I got to make that a video. But I made the video, and I was just enraged the whole time. And I knew if you watched the video, you would be enraged. This invasion that you're seeing right here, this is your inoculation. Watching this video, watching this invasion will allow your body to create antibodies to fight off the invasion that we will be showing off in this video. I made a level 60 build for a charity event. It's a very cute build. It's very silly. It's thematic. It's lore appropriate. That build, when it comes up against mean players, it sucks. It sucks so bad. And you don't even have to be like real mean. You can just be kind of mean. And so I made a mean level 60. I got so fed up. I got so mad that I made a mean level 60 build. This is that build. All the stats will be at the end. Hush your mouth, shut up, and just keep watching. This invasion right here, this has gone on for a long time. I have chased these dudes across all of Caelid. Here we are, finally. They summon the blue comes in. I fight the blue. They're too afraid to come at me because of the ballista on the bridge. Kind of understandable, except the ballista can hurt me too. They're really, I just want this over one way or the other. That's it, basically. But they're playing footsies and afraid and doing the tea bags as if that's gonna, make me do something other than play in the most, not annoying but efficient way that I can. And I'm just gonna take my hits where I can get them and back off, and then take my hits, and then put some pressure on when it's appropriate, and then get off when the pressure is not appropriate. It's a long, drawn-out invasion. These are the types of invasions that you will have at level 60. Even on this build is capable of putting out huge damage numbers. I still can't bring myself to put the Shard of Alexander on this build. I could, but I don't. But my point is, this build is capable of putting out like a bunch of damage. But a bunch of damage only comes from, Ashes of War, riposts, and backstabs. Other than that, it's more a build that is capable of staying alive for long periods of time against passive opponents, and just looking for an opening where it can do that big damage. And that's this whole build in a nutshell. And so this invasion that you're seeing right here allows me to explain that entire little backstory. So you've got your little backstory now. You know why I made this build. You know what we're doing. And you know that this video is about a very annoying invasion. And you know it's going to be more annoying than this one, because this is the one that's just going to get you, inoculated for the annoying invasion. Are you looking at the length of this video right now, thinking to yourself, oh my god, he's been fighting and talking about this for almost 4 minutes now, and we're not even to the actual invasion yet? Yup. But I have taken that really long invasion, and I have cut out a section of it. It's still in the video, but I have fast forwarded that. And I have taken that fast forwarding time, and I have used that to put other, more fun invasions in the video to give us a little break, a little respite, a little intermission in between the annoying invasion. Alright? So, it's not all bad. There's a lot of funny stuff coming up, and that Phantom is gone now. This guy's teabagging for some reason. I like it when they do that. It's like he's holding his middle fingers up to me. It's like, yeah, you might kill me now, but you've not broken my spirit. Well, good for you. I can appreciate that. I can get behind that. Alright, so that invasion right there, annoying, but not as annoying as what you're going to see. Alright, this one is fun. An important thing to keep on your build is a weapon that kills everyone who tries to spawn camp. That should be the weapon you spawn in with. If you're not playing a silly build, if you're not playing a cute build, if you're not playing, a lore build or whatever, you should have a weapon, even if you are, have a weapon that can just beat the crap out of anybody who's standing there trying to spawn camp you. That's important. So on this particular build, I use the Watchdog Greatsword with Waves of Darkness on it. Here we go. It's time for the annoying invasion. I want you to watch this Greatsword Impaling Thrust. I want you to watch how much damage it does. I want you to see how much damage I just did to this guy. Alright? You saw how much damage I did to him. Now watch this Impaling Thrust that he's going to hit me with. And I want you to look at my health bar. That's not normal. That is not normal. There's no world in which that's a level 60 guy. This dude is not level 60. So, we have to talk a little bit about downscaling. If you summon your friend with a password, it doesn't matter what level your friend is. He, can be summoned into your world. Usually, you can only summon players who are at a similar level to you. But if you use a password, you can bypass that. And the game doesn't want your friend to be worthless, so they let him use all of his weapons and spells and everything else, and they try and nerf his damage, and they try and nerf his health. But what ends up happening at around level 60 is that doesn't work at all. And as a result, you see what you're getting here. You might have noticed he swapped over to Moonveil for a moment. So this is just your typical fully capable of doing 60% of my health with a single Impaling Thrust on a physical Greatsword build who can also use Moonveil and Vike's Great Spear or War Spear, whatever it's called. And look at the damage on that. Pretty good damage there. So he's got enough physical stats to absolutely chunk my health, 60% of it, with a physical weapon. He's got enough intelligence to use Moonveil. I assume it would probably mess me up. And he's got enough faith to use Vikes. So we start to get an idea, an understanding of what level this Phantom actually is. I actually have a pro tip for Phantoms at this level, but let's break it up for just a minute. Let's go back. Hey, remember, it's important to have an Ash of War on your weapon that is good at getting rid of people who are just, camping where you spawn. Now, are they camping on purpose? Or are they getting ready to fight Rykard? Well, I'm not sure, but I'm also not sure it matters. But it's fine. Let's have a little fun here, right? Let's have a fun little moment. So, they're all using Serpent Hunter. Let's also use Serpent Hunter. Let's give them the old heave-ho. That's pretty good, right? Doesn't that make you feel good? That's silly. You probably won't see many clips like that. And there you have one. Okay, let's get back to it. Okay, so if you're going to be level whatever, and you don't have to wear the fashion ring. You can take it off. If you're wearing, if you want to wear it, that's fine. But if you're wearing the fashion ring because you're trying to confuse the invaders, who's the host and who's the Phantom, we almost always know right off the bat. And if we don't know right off the bat, all it takes is for you to hit us once, and we immediately know who's who. If you want to just wear it because you want to, look different, look cool, that's fine. I understand that. But if you're ever trying to wear it to trick people, and, you're level 1,000,000 or whatever, don't bother. Little Barker Bomb Bait right there. If you don't know what Barker Bomb Bait is, just type it into YouTube. Barker Bomb Bait. You'll find out. So, we've gone from Power-Stanced Banished Knight Greatswords, Moonveil, Vikes, and now dual Nagis with Endure into the Sacred Relic Sword. So that's a pretty normal level here. Now, I would like for you to watch this Sacred Relic Sword. I want you to watch how long it takes for the damage to register. Watch. Look at that. Absolutely insane. That is so dumb. It is so dumb. I really wish they would make the damage just fall off. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's wave after wave after wave after wave. If it wants to do 1,000,000 damage up close, I'm fine with that. But maybe after, 2 or 3 waves, that damage falls off. Because, come on. Come on. And even in PvE, the only thing people use it for is just killing entire waves of enemies. And, like, what's the worst you're going to make that type of person do? Use it twice? Oh, no. Oh, no. So here we have some people camping a bridge, doing a whole bunch of damage somehow. I'm not even sure what happened. They've got Moonveil. Of course they do. They've got Black Flame Fireballs. So what type of build is this? A little Int Faith. Alright, well, it's hard to run an Int Faith build at 60, so guess who I don't think is level 60 anymore? We've got Lightning Bolts. We've got the Black Flame Fireball. We've got Moonveil. I don't think you're level 60, Phantom. So I know that I have to basically try and avoid everything that you do. If I'm not mistaken, he hits me with a Lightning Bolt and pretty good damage on the Lightning Bolt there. Pretty good, pretty good. I can't get them to come out here and fight on the bridge, which would be cool and make for a cool clip. They don't want to do that, so we have to instead go to them at the foot of the bridge. Is that a foot? Do bridges have a foot? At the end of the bridge? At the edge of the bridge? I'm not sure. The Carrion Retaliation, always great, but especially really good at lower levels. Does really, really good damage. So it's nice to use that to try and convince the Phantom that maybe spellcasting's not the way to go. And then he switches over to a strength weapon, but it might still be int or faith infused. I'm not sure. Nope, that's physical because my Wondrous Physic would have eaten some of that damage if it wasn't physical. So yeah, just another insane build. I'm not sure what level he is, but if I manage to win, we can check the runes and we can see what level this Phantom ends up being. What do you know? We pulled it out. We managed to win. And we got 8,500 runes, which means this person was level 173. Level 173. So 113 levels. No, 111, right? I think. 111 levels higher than us. But that's okay. We can fight the host now. We can do some fun stuff. Check this out. Zoink! How nice is that? Pretty nice, right? I enjoyed it. I hope you enjoyed it too. It was a very slick little backstab there. Pull out the Catch Flame because this build has 12 faith and you can't make it stop chasing you. And it will always do damage because we're at level 60. And I'm using the Beast Talisman thing. The Beast Catalyst. So I've fast forwarded this part because these dudes literally ran this entire time. This is like 5 minutes worth of running, fast forwarded. And I thought they were going to kill the boatman and send me home. But they didn't do that. I don't know why. I thought, okay, we're going to fight at the painter's shack. But they don't do that, and I don't know why. So here we go to another invasion where I had to run for a solid minute. But it's because these guys were on their way up here to fight the gargoyle. And that's understandable. That's where they're going. That's what's going to happen. And I get one of my favorite plays in this invasion. You hit, boom, pause, parry, riposte, rip. Hit, into parry, into riposte is a true combo against players who are super aggressive, and I love it. It is one of my favorite plays in PvP. It's like playing Sekiro, but in PvP with knights and wizards and stuff. And here we have the host, obviously a little terrified of the gargoyle, and he's got his magic dragon. Maybe he was afraid because you can't Scarlet Rot the gargoyle, and he was hoping his friends would carry the load for him. They were all, I think they were higher level too as well. But we got the Phantom with it. Let's see if we can get the host with it. We'll dodge this. We'll hit the R2, and then the parry. Boom. I love it. I love that play so much. It's so fun. It's just the hard read. Pull out the book. Turn the page. You know, here I am on the road again. Here I am up on the stage. There I go, and I parry again. You know, made the reed turn the page. And that's Bob Seger. And white people know. White people know what I'm talking about. So they just kept running. They just kept running. They would never stop running. We're using a lightning slash heavy pickaxe here on this build that has the spear talisman on it in the water. You can imagine what this thing is capable of doing, and it's a lot of fun. And I really like the pickaxe in Elden Ring. I think it looks cool. It's got a cool moveset, and you know, lightning slash has a ton of true combo potential and capabilities because of the nature of the hit stun with the lightning bolt follow-up. The lightning bolt comes out, and now you are already like done with the attack, so you can swing true combo after the lightning bolt with the pickaxe. Just absolutely brutal in the water with the lightning and the, come on, that's fun. That's fun stuff. So they're sitting here, they're at the church. I'm not gonna walk through the doorway. I am not a moron. I don't know what you expect in this type of situation. You know, you could have anything. You've already had Waves of Gold. You've already had Moonveil. You've already had that Impaling Thrust. You've got the dual Nagis. You know, there's just no telling what you are capable of doing here. So I'm getting ready for some Night Maiden's Mist if they want to stick inside that church. If they want to stay inside the church, I'm going to hit it with the Night Maiden's Mist. We're going to do the War Crime, but they decide they don't want to do it, so we can take off the Stargazer Talisman. We don't need the intelligence if we're not casting Night Maiden's Mist. And I have switched over to the Misericord because, you know, we need big damage if we're going to try and get rid of this Phantom. And now, at this point in the invasion, this Phantom has to go. I'm not saying it makes sense, and I'm not saying it's true, and I'm also not looking for answers, okay? I want you to just hear what I say, and I want you to just appreciate it, you know, for what it is. There is a arms race between invaders and phantoms, where we don't always want to play with, like, the best stuff in the game. Sometimes we just want to goof off, and when co-opers beat invaders in a situation like that, and they start doing, you know, gestures like they're hot shots, it can anger the invaders, you know, and so the invaders stop playing with anything that isn't, you know, just absolutely brutal. And there's another one of those parries that we love so much. And in those situations, the co-opers start using stuff that's, you know, that is more brutal. And you can like try and work out, like, quote unquote, who's at fault, but like, we're not insurance people, you know. Should the invaders be, you know, trying to play with silly stuff in the first place, you know? Should the phantoms and the hosts have to be aware that, you know, that the invader was actually just trying to, you know, be a fun little guy? Is that something that they're supposed to be aware of? Should they be self-aware enough to understand, you know, what's going on? I don't want answers to these questions. I want you to understand that. I'm not looking for answers to these questions because I personally don't believe that there are answers to them. It's just a phenomenon that I would like to point out, you know, as we talk about that sort of thing in this video with this build that I have made that is, you know, just capable of being a jerk back to the players whom I perceive as being jerky towards me. Maybe they're not being jerks, but it doesn't matter because that perception is there. The perception here is that this phantom has to die. I have to know what level they are. I have to. And they are level 521 based off of that number of runes that I got. Level 521 phantom. You know? It's just... And what a way to end it. What a way to end it. Did you see what I did? How I sprinkled in examples of the hit into parry, and then I used it on the Phantom at the end? Did you see what I did there? That's filmmaking 101. This is straight off the dome. I literally just put it together like this. I knew what I was doing, you know, but I didn't like write a script or anything. That's how talented I am. Be sure to heap praise upon me and validate my existence. Or don't. Just like and subscribe. I'm just playing. I do appreciate you watching the video. Thank you. I hope you enjoyed it. I'll see you next time. This is The Build. Until then, later, y'all.